Welcome students, this is video 6 in our countdown to STAR. We're going to focus on solving for y, and I know we've done a lot of this lately, but it's an important skill, and so we're going to do a video here on it. The first thing is to talk about why do we solve for y, and for the number one reason for me is because of the y equals button on our calculator. We can get so much information out of being able to solve something for y, put it into our calculator, pull up the graph, pull up the table, and get all kinds of information out of there. Another reason is sometimes we just want it to be an mx plus b form because the question asks us to be an mx plus b form. Once we get it in mx plus b form, we know the slope and we know the y-intercept. And so if they ask us a question about slope or y-intercept, getting it into y equals form gives us that information as well. Some other problems that we use it with is systems of equations. When we have a system, two or more equations like 2x plus 3y equals 10 and 2x minus 3y equals 8, we'd solve both of those for y, get them into the calculator, and then once in the calculator, we hit graph and we try to find out where they hit by doing second trace, enter, enter, enter. Or second trace 5, enter, enter, enter. Okay, let's practice a few problems. Okay. So in my class, we box the y, the coefficient of y, and the sign of y. So we box the plus, the 3, and the y. We draw our line down, and the box signifies to leave that part alone and to get rid of the other part first. So we're going to subtract 2x from both sides because this is currently a positive 2x. On the other side, I never write it underneath there because I don't want to confuse students and make you think you can do 6 minus 2x because you cannot do that. We bring down the 3y. In this case, you have two options. You could just write 6 minus 2x. It's not going to be an mx plus b form if you do that. So I like to have my kids write it negative 2x plus 6 so that we get to start to get it into mx plus b form. Then the last step is when it's beside it, we divide it. And so we divide every single thing by 3. So that cancels, y equals. Negative 2 won't divide by 3. You can type it into your calculator if you want. Negative 2 divided by 3, math, 1, enter. And you'll find out that says negative 2/3. 6 divided by 3 is positive 2. And this is solved for y. Right, that can go into the y equals in your calculator, get a graph, and get a table. This is our slope, this is our y-intercept, so we know lots of information about that just after that series of a few steps. Right? So here we find our y. Doesn't matter whether it's first or second. We draw our line down. That's a minus 2x, so we do plus 2x. Again, I never put it underneath there because those can't be combined. Bring down my 3y. I'm going to put this into an mx plus b form, so the 2x goes first, the 7 goes second, and then when it's beside it, I divide it. So I divide everything by 3. Y equals 2 won't divide by 3, so it stays 2/3 x. 7 won't divide by 3, so that stays 7/3. And when I say it won't divide, I'm saying it won't divide evenly. So when I type in my calculator, I do 2 divided by 3, math, 1, enter. And that way it just leaves it as a fraction for me like that. Here's my slope, here's my y-intercept. Okay. I like to always make sure I have numbers in front of it, so I go there and I'll put 1s in front of that, draw my line down. That's a positive 1x, so I minus 1x to both sides. That cancels out. I bring down my 1y. I'm going to put this in mx plus b form, so the negative 1x goes first. The 8 goes second. Divide everything by 1. Y equals negative 1 divided by positive 1 is negative 1x. 8 divided by 1 is positive 8. So there's my slope. There's my y-intercept, m and b. I find my y. Put numbers in front of them. Now I have two things to get rid of, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this plus 7 first by doing minus 7 to both sides. Bring down my 1x, bring down my minus 1y. Those cancel. 0 minus 7 is negative 7. Rebox that. Minus 1x, minus 1x. That cancels. Bring down my negative 1y. This into an mx plus b form, negative 1x first, minus 7. Divide everything by negative 1. So this one took an extra step because everything was on that side. That cancels. Y equals negative 1 divided by negative 1 is positive 1x. Negative 7 divided by negative 1 is positive 7. So this is 1x plus 7. There's my m. There's my b. Okay. Even if it has an inequality symbol here, the steps are very similar. A box. Minus 2x to both sides. Whoops, minus 2x. Again, I don't put it underneath there. Draw my line down. This is 3y. Less than, put it in mx plus b form, negative 2x plus 12. Divide 3, divide 3, divide 3. Y is less than. Negative 2 divided by 3, math 1 enter, stays negative 2/3 x. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And so this is ready for the calculator. We can even get the calculator to do shading. That's my M. That's my V. Right. Put a 1 in front of there. Box that. Draw my line down. Minus 7x. Minus 7x. Cancels. Bring down my negative 1y. Greater than or equal to. Rewrite this. Negative 7x plus 3. Divide everything by negative 1. And this is the only time we ever do anything different. When we multiply or divide by negative, we have to flip. So our inequality flips to that way. Y, negative 7 divided by negative 1 becomes positive 7. 3 divided by negative 1 becomes negative 3. So I get y is less than or equal to 7x minus 3.